Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your daily advice for November 14th, 2016. So welcome back to those of you who've been here before, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. This is a general reading looking at the energies that surround us at this time, what we need to know about these energies in order to be able to use them for our highest good. And so since we're looking at energies, these will play out in different ways for different people, in different areas of life for different people. And so I always encourage everyone to keep an open mind and take away the message of the reading and then apply it to your own situation if you feel that it speaks to that. So let's have a look at what the energies are for us today. It looks like a message centering around release, healing, letting go, starting fresh, letting change happen, letting endings happen. And it goes very well with the energy because we also have a full moon that's actually a super full moon on the 14th. And so full moons are a time of release. Full moons are a time for us to let things come full circle and release whatever has been completed in our lives, okay? No longer holding on to it or trying to turn it into something different, or there's just there comes a time when something comes to an end and we get to that point where the healthy thing to do would be to release that, okay, and then clear our energy and make room for new beginnings. So the first card that we have representing the influence of the past on our current situation is the Lovers. And so with the Lovers, this represents commitments and choices we may have made, okay, at some point during our past. It can be recent past or going further back for others of us. And the Lovers represents a difficult choice. Oftentimes things are not necessarily clear. It sometimes involves a conflict between what our hearts tell us and what our minds tell us, between something that we know is good for us and something that we would like for that to be good for us, okay? Choice between going for what we see in front of us and hoping and taking a chance. It will be different things, okay, for everyone. But bottom line with the Lovers, this is a major arcana card. For some of us, this will have involved, this decision or this choice will have involved a shift in our path completely. Things going a certain direction, and then we made this choice and things took a very different direction, for better or for worse. And for others of us, this is a decision or a choice that has affected several areas of our lives, where our environment perhaps changed completely, or our group of friends changed completely, or relationships we have with ourselves, with partners, with family, co-workers may have taken a different turn, again, for better or for worse. But it does talk about a commitment we made, believing it to be the best thing we could do, believing it to be the best thing for us at the time. And the energy for today is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a card that talks about cycles. It talks about karmic lessons, karmic cycles, karmic debt, creating karma, reaping karma. There was someone who commented, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you a while ago, when do we create karma? Are we always creating karma? What's going on with that? And the truth is, I know someone else replied to that comment, and I want to say thank you. But yes, we always create karma, and then at certain points in our lives, things come together just right for us to be able to reap the fruits of our labor, okay, to reap the good karma that we have created, or it could be bad karma as well, to each his own. And the energy for today is that of change. It's time to allow things to come full circle, to allow certain doors to finally be closed, clear our energy, and prepare for new doors to open up for us. The Wheel of Fortune is a karmic energy. It's fate energy. So things happening because they are meant to. Things happening whether we really want them to or not so much. The energy of the Wheel of Fortune is something that we cannot avoid or run away from. With such changes, that are meant to happen in our lives, we can do one or two things, or one of two things. We can either try to embrace it, and as much as we can and as best as we can, with an open heart and an open mind, in which case, of course this is easier said than done, but in this case things tend to go smoother, and for this transition to happen a lot easier, smoother, and quicker, quick and painless. And if on the other hand we try to fight this change, we try to run away from it, we try to reject it, odds are it's going to happen anyway because it's meant to, but it comes with more difficulty, more pain, more obstacles, more delays, until we finally get to that point where we can say, okay, I give up, I make peace with this, I'll accept it, I'll go with it. And so I feel like that's the energy for us today. It's a chance to review, to assess. For some of us, the commitment we made a while ago, this is just saying, this is happy completion. Okay, this is happy completion. It's come full circle. We've done what we were supposed to. We've done what we set out to do. It's time to close that door and move on to the next step, or the next stage, or the next project, the next commitment we want to make. And for others, this is something that a commitment we made a really long time ago. Again, it will be different timings, but a commitment we made that we believe very strongly in, and somehow things did not turn out the way we'd hoped, they would. And we've been holding on to that commitment and holding that situation, whether it's a relationship, a formal relationship, or a relationship that we don't want to give up on, even though it's toxic for us. A job that's a dead-end job that we're not happy in, that does not fulfill us, it doesn't give us any sort of satisfaction, but maybe we're afraid to let it go and try for something different. Whether it's a situation with another member of the family or a close friend where maybe there has been tension or an argument or something that caused the rift, and we never really looked at it to try and fix it, and there's always been that tension there. Whether it's a project that, something we've always been thinking about but never really done anything about it, and yet it's been there to just serve as a regret, and nothing else, and just drain our energy. Whether it's a disappointment or something we blame ourselves for that happened way back in the day, that we still hold on to, and it still creates pain in our hearts. Whatever this is, today is the time to let it go. Okay, that's what the Wheel of Fortune represents. Today is the day to look at it, say, I understand what my lesson was, I understand what I was supposed to do, I understand why things happened a certain way, I understand everything was meant to happen the way it did because I needed to learn this lesson. I accept it, I forgive myself, I forgive everyone else involved, I forgive the situation, and then I release it, clear my energy of it, and welcome and embrace new energy, new opportunities, new people, new situations in my life. I release guilt, I release hopelessness, I release whatever has been keeping me stuck, whatever has been really weighing heavily on me, unnecessarily so. I release that, and I make room for new energy in my life today. And it's a conscious choice, and that's how we end a karmic lesson. That's how we close a karmic cycle. We learn from it, we heal, we in the process we raise our vibration, because we understand those energies and we release them from our lives. We forgive and we release those energies. They're heavy energies. They have a very low vibration. We release them from our lives, raise our vibration, and move on to better things. Of course, this is very simplistic. It's easy to talk about, but experiencing it is a whole different thing. And so it's not easy, but it just says that we have a beautiful opportunity today for healing, for release, and for new beginnings. And the energy that we're moving into tomorrow with is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is our dreams, what makes us happy on an emotional level, what gives us emotional fulfillment, a sense of purpose, a sense of hope, a sense of joy, kind of fills our emotional cup. That's what the Page of Cups represents. And it is new energy. and it does represent joy and laughter and excitement. Okay, so new emotional beginnings happening with the Page of Cups. Understanding things from a different point of view, having more compassion, having more love, more patience with ourselves, with those around us, with situations in our lives, understanding that there's a bigger picture, understanding that there's more going on than we can see at a certain point, and just having the faith, the hope that if we do our best, we embrace the guidance we receive, there will come a time when things will come together and we will understand why we were guided on that path, why we were supposed to do certain things at certain times. But it is an energy of hope. It is an energy of new energy, an energy of new energy, an energy of newness, of healing, of joy, of excitement, and definitely new beginnings. Okay? And the guidance card that we have for today is Lilac. Strengthen your faith. The number is 42. So the number 42 adds up to a 6, and 6s are about love, healing, harmony. And so this is what we have a chance to move towards or accomplish today, to shift our path once again, and to start walking a path of harmony, a path of love, a path of self-love, a path of compassion that brings many blessings of very different kinds, okay? Strengthen your faith. This message asks us to let go and let God. This message asks us to trust in our angels, in our guides, the universe, to trust, to have faith that, again, everything happens for a reason. We're not alone. We have to go through certain things in life. Everything happens for a reason. Of course, that's not going to make sense for everyone. Not everyone goes by that particular statement, if you will. But I find from my experience that if you do believe that everything happens for a reason, whenever something happens, good or bad, you look at it as something to teach you. You look at it as a lesson. And so that's a completely different energy than looking at it as punishment or looking at it as failure in our lives, because again, that brings in that heavy, low vibration energy. And of course, it's a different sensation than having our ego stroked, believing that we accomplished everything on our own, we did everything on our own, by ourselves. Okay, we're the best, beautiful, more smartest, and most intelligent people in the world. We are untouchable, because again, if you believe that everything happens for a reason, and if you are willing to open up to see that we always receive guidance, that there is a presence there, whether it's our angels or our guides or whatever you want to call it, and whoever you're working with towards manifestation, that keeps you in a place of humility, moderation, and blessings at the same time, because it can be very comforting to believe that no matter what, someone is with you. Okay, there's someone with you trying to guide you through the good and the bad in life. And so I feel like that's what Strengthen Your Faith is trying to tell us today. Let go and let God. Have faith that everything happens for a reason. Have faith that at some point you will understand why. Embrace the energy of destiny, fate, karma, whatever you want to call it. Embrace the opportunities that it's trying to bring you, and just open your heart, okay, to allow for emotional new beginnings in your life at this time. So that's our message for today. It's a very beautiful message, very deep, I feel. It feels very soothing at the same time. I hope that everyone experiences the comfort that comes with this message. And I hope that it makes sense and that it helps. Thank you very much for being here. And I hope everyone has a very beautiful day, very rewarding, refreshing day. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care.